Hey everybody, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 15 of the MiniArt British B-type Armoured Lorry in 1/35 scale. In this episode we're going to try and get the rest of the transmission linkage in and start getting the cab kind of lined up and together. Hopefully get the radiator in, that type of stuff. So let's go down the bench and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'll be right back. Thanks. Okay. Here's where we left off last time. I've got the linkage for the transmission to shift with here to put on yet, and that's the floor. Earlier I did a little painting. And I've got the muffler. I painted the fan gloss black, just with the Vallejo. And I painted the steering wheel and the gas pedal and the pulleys on the belt gloss black. Then I painted the fire extinguisher and the horn brass with the the 219 brass. Okay, these will need to be clear coated. Once these are good and dry, once these are good and dry, I can take a Q-tip and I can buff them and make them a little more shiny. But then I need to clear coat them or it'll just rub off. So the steering wheel, the fan, all this stuff's all ready to go. I have just a couple of more pieces I need to paint. I did the seat in red leather. Okay, I got that all done up. And I did the exhaust in an orange brown. Okay, so I still got just a little bit more painting to do. I've got the headlights to figure out. They're going to be white on the inside, white on the outside, brass on the inside. So I'll have to decide just exactly the best way to paint that. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get some of these linkages on. Let me switch over here the directions. We're on step 27 now. This is A50 and A45 I've got on my little pad here, and BC11 and A41. Okay, I've already stuck the A41 where it needs to go. I haven't glued it, I just test fitted it. It'll go right here, just above the drive shaft. And I did remove the white glue, so that should glue in just fine. Let me bring this lamp up closer. Maybe it'll help. There, that's better, I think. Give us a little bit. Oh, furnace came on again, right on cue. Okay, here's the little connector for that. Let's get a drop of glue on there. Okay, we'll give that a minute. Now what we need to do, these fit together in a really, they're almost like a Chinese puzzle. Okay, let's, this goes on top. Let me get a little glue in the middle there. Maybe I should turn this down just a tiny little bit. Okay. Those will go together. So, sorry. If I can get them to go where I want them to. Might have to put some more glue on them. Okay, that's where that goes. I know you can't see. And then this goes here. It's a linkage very similar to a modern manual transmission linkage. And that will go right there and glue in. If I can get it to stay. And I'll put pictures up again. I know it's hard to see this little tiny stuff. Okay. That's the way that goes together. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see it any better or not. There's a little square in the side of the transmission right here, and that's where that connects to. So it'll go from here to here. So let's put a little glue on here, and a little glue, if I can see it, glue right there. See what we can do with that. Probably these. Whoops. Maybe from the bottom. So fiddly. Okay, that goes there. Well, my glue's drying out on me. Maybe I'll have to go like this. That's closer. Get that back in line. Almost there. It's not quite where it needs to be. It's actually looking a little bit long. It's not quite sitting in that. Maybe that helped. Very difficult. Try with that. Okay. It's not quite perfect. Pretty close. There we go. I think that'll do it. Okay. That's got that in. I'm going to let this firm up a little bit and grab a couple more parts, and then I'll come back and we'll work on that. Okay, I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Okay, the next thing I want to do is get the fan in. So we're going to have to be putting the radiator and the cowling and stuff in here real soon. So the fan will go here, and then the fan belt goes in front of it. I know you can't really see it. cleaned all the white glue off of everything already. Make sure I'm doing it the right direction. I'm sorry. Okay, that's where that goes. Okay, and then the fan belt will go in front of that. So we've got a connection point here and here. Sorry. Okay, I'll get you a picture of it. And then we're going to have to, I'm not going to glue the radiator yet, but I'm going to get it in there and just do some testing. I need to clean the little glue points out for the radiator hoses. Like that. Like that. Okay. So that's where the radiator hoses will go, and then I've got just a little bit of glue here for gluing that on, and of course we're off. I'm sure I put some here also. Okay, so just like this. I'll have to get the radiator hoses lined up soon. Just clears. Sorry, I know I'm off camera, but this is tight. Down just a little bit. Okay, that's where it needs to go. That's it right there. Okay. And then this. I've got glue here. Glue here. Hang on just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the cowling glued and it fits nice up against the floor. It's a nice tight fit. I don't have the radiator glued in yet, but I do have it in place. There's a slight gap on the hood, but when I glue the hood in, I think, or the radiator in, I think I can get that closed up okay. I may end up gluing one side of the hood in. Anyway, it fits extremely close, but this I'll probably need to do a little bit of work on to get all the gaps closed up and everything just right. But this is still loose. This I'm going to leave and let firm up really good before I go any further. And one other thing I kind of wanted to double check on. This needs to go here. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. We've got a glue joint to do over here, and I think that's going to fit. That's going to be all right. I should be able to get that good. Yeah, that should be all right. So when I put these two together, I'm going to have to glue that. So that should be nice and straight. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to let the cowling dry really, really well. And then I'll get the radiator exactly where I want it and get the radiator hoses in. And then I've got some more linkages and stuff to put on the inside before I put the back of the cab on. So it's gaining. We're gaining a little every day. So that's going to do it for today, guys. I'll give you a couple of pictures, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.